Hi everyone. That is a bowl of bread and raisins, and that is what we're going to make it into. Old-fashioned bread pudding with a vanilla sauce. Super yummy. First time I ever made it. So follow along. Let's make it together. So let's get some ingredients out. We need some bread, a little bit of milk, some raisins, yummy, some sugar, butter, nutmeg, couple eggs. You also should get a little vanilla, but we'll get to that later. So here's our bowl, and here's our bread. 4 slices of bread, that's it for this. Unless you want a lot more, so I doubled the recipe. You're going to cut everything into slices and then little cubes. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There. Whew, that was a lot of work. I'm tired, but that's what you get. So to that, 1 cup of raisins. It's lots. And of course that's going to give it a little extra sweetness. I just mixed it around. Now, into a small pot, we're going to use this a couple times. It's 2 cups of milk. And of course my container I know is 2 cups because I measured it. And 1/4 cup of butter, which is about a half a stick. Well, I had a little end left over, throw it in. Melt her down. Okay, that looks good. It's pretty well melted. You don't want it on high heat, but stir it occasionally. Get the butter all mixed in with the milk. Looks good. Now the fun part, we're just going to pour it over our mixture, trying to cover everything. And 2 cups is quite a bit, so it's going to get nice and soggy. So I decided just to give it a mix around, just to make sure everything was covered, right? And then we let it sit for 10 minutes. So here's 2 eggs, kind of gently mixed her together. And into a cup, we've got a 1/2 cup of sugar. Just like that. That's probably a little more than a 1/2 cup, but close enough. So in with our eggs goes 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And our 1/2 cup of sugar. Mix her all together, mix till it's all nice and combined. Which of course doesn't take too long. It's not like we got a ton of ingredients in there. Basically just combining the sugar. There. Now this is going to get poured over our bread mixture. Just like that. And once I get my spoon, just kind of give it a light mix together. Looks good. Now just 'cause I decided to put in a little bit of cinnamon, which wasn't part of the recipe, but it was part of my recipe. So that's maybe a teaspoon and a half, only because cinnamon doesn't pour so evenly. Try and take the spoon out again and give her a good mix. Now I'm still not sure about this. Like I said, I'm a first timer, so I've never made this before, and that sloppy mess does not look appetizing at all. So I'm crossing my fingers and actually hoping that this will work out well in the end. And It does. So we're not using a baking dish. This is going to a gathering, actually a baby shower, so I'm making it. So I've got that aluminum foil container, which looks about right, I think. Nice big size loaf pan. So I'm thinking that the baking time might be adjusted a little bit. But anyway, we poured it all in, and you know what? That's it. Into the oven it goes. 350, 40 to 50 minutes. Should look brown, and the center nice and firm. So while we're waiting for that, 1 stick of butter goes back into our little pot, and we're going to let it melt. Now we need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I know usually I got to pack it down. I did a little bit. And I didn't empty it because we need a 1/2 cup of sugar. So between the two, that's pretty well a cup right there. So I think we got both ingredients. Our butter's almost melted all the way through. In goes our sugar. We're going to try and mix her around a little bit. Yeah, it'll melt down. Just got to give it a little bit of time. Now I need heavy whipping cream. I don't have heavy whipping cream, but I've got whipped topping. So 2 cups, I need a 1/2 cup of whipping cream, but because I'm doubling, I need a cup of whipping cream, which equates to 2 cups of whipped topping. So you can substitute, everything's fine. And that's what I did. Now it's all nice and melted down. We have to bring this to a boil first. So once we get to a boil, in goes our tablespoon or 2 of vanilla. Now as you see, our bread puddings come out and it doesn't look too jiggly in the middle, and that's what you want. I made myself a little one over here so that we could have something to try it, since I'm not going to be going to the shower. So there you go. I made myself a little bowl to give it a try. And of course that sauce we just made gets put on top. I'm just giving it a little stir. Well, it smells good. I'll tell you, at this point, it smells really good. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Of course, we need a spoon to try it. Let me give her a go. And you know what? I like it. I do like bread pudding. I feel like green eggs and ham. I really do. I really like it. And I hope you do too. So you got to give this one a try. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.